Hey everybody, welcome back to MaeckerVR. Today we are checking out the MaeckerVR Charging Station for your MetaQuest 3 and 3S. And this one we're going to unbox it. I will show you how to assemble and use it, and of course give you my review. Let's jump into it. Alright, so in the box we obviously have our charging dock here. Maker brand right on there, a spot for our headset. We got spots for our controllers and a little charging that's going to come out there. And then on the back here we have, actually, which is nice, an out and an in port. I'm going to show you the uses of that. And on our bottom, we have our nice little non-stick pads there. Some little tips here, important. User manual, controller grip, controller battery covers, our little charging cable that's going to go in here. We got our plug-in here and a cord that came with it. It's nice that it actually came with that because some of them don't. As we know, the Bobo VR D3 charging dock didn't come with one. This is a 20-watt charger, which is what they recommend for this, so I'm glad that it came with one. And we have our rechargeable batteries that we can be using here as well, with some little magnetic pieces, which I'm going to show you how to use here in just a minute. So first, there is a little bit of installation that we need to do. We do need to obviously use this and our cord here, so I'm going to undo this, simply plug it in here. I just ran an extension cord up here just for testing purposes, and this is obviously going to go into the end. Okay, now you can see on the front we got our nice LED lights, and okay. Now what I'm going to do, actually I guess we'll do this next. This little piece here that has a little bit of flex to it, that's what's going to be inserted in this hole right here. If you look inside of there, it's probably too dark. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it there. There is a USB-C slot right in there. So you're just going to need to line that up. Insert that, and then this actually sits flush with what's around it there, which is really nice. Inside of the battery cover, inside of the battery case, there are two of these little magnetic pieces. These are magnetic USB-C slots. That's what's going to magnetically attach here. You can leave this inside of your Quest 3 or 3S, and then whenever you bring it close to here, it will just connect automatically, and then you're not inserting or taking out the USB-C so often for fear of damaging. That's what that is there for. Let's get into actually doing our batteries here. So you're going to need to take your controllers. Here I have my right controller. You're going to need to press the eject button there to get our cover off. I've already removed the battery that I had in there. Take one of our rechargeable batteries. Make sure you're putting it in the right orientation. And you're going to want these silver strips here to be facing out, because when you take the new battery cover, you're going to see these little metal points here. Those need to be connected to there in order to have it charge. Okay, so I've got that one in. Quickly do that here with the other one. Press the eject button. Add in our battery. Make sure that's rotated properly. Clip it in, and you're good to go. Now if you want to test to see if they are right, you can hear the beeps, and I'm just going to tilt this up for you. You can see that it's purple, which means they are charging, and they will turn blue once they are fully charged. Alright, for our headset, there really isn't a ton that you really need to install necessarily, but if you are planning to use this, you can plug this little USB piece into there. So I just have it right into the charging USB slot, and we will, there we go. I'm not going to be able to tilt it up, but I do have a little light in the middle here, which is showing purple because it is also charging the headset. Now, one thing I do actually like about this charging dock, well, I like that it can charge the headset and it can charge the controllers as well. I'm just going to remove this while I show you this next bit. But what I also like is that it does have an extra USB-C slot on the back here. What that is going to allow us to do, oh, this one's a bit longer. Probably should have used this one for for this piece right here. Oh well, that's fine. Use the longer one to plug it into the wall. But yeah, what I was saying is we can use this other cord. Let's actually just make that swap right now here. Sorry, I should have done that from the beginning. There's our in. So we are going to plug the other USB-C to our out there. And when our headset is on here and charging, we're going to be able to run this other cord back to charge the battery of our battery head strap. Now this one that I have on here, I've been testing it out. I'm about to do a review of it. It's probably out at this time already. It's the AnaPro A3 Max. But this would work for the MaeckerVR S3 Pro, Kiwi Designs, head straps as well. It would work for all of those. If I can get this lined up here. There we go. So now everything is charging. We got our controllers, we got our headset, we got our battery head strap. All four things are charging at the same time, which is fantastic, right? That is what you should look for, in my opinion, in a charging dock. So I'm going to use this a little bit, and then I just want to see kind of how long things take to charge, all that kind of stuff. We'll come back with a few more specs, and I'll give you my full review. Okay, so I've had a chance to use it. Let's give it a review. In terms of overall design, it's very sleek, it's very small, very thin, only a few inches deep. However, you do need to leave space for the headset to actually be going behind it as well. You can't put it right up against a wall or anything like that. We got some nice lights out in front. They are all purple right now, which means everything is charging. They do turn blue once everything is fully charged. Controllers take about 2.5 to 3 hours, and same with the headset as well. I do like that on the back they do have this extra USB-C cable that you can use to then plug in your battery head strap. Here I have on the MaeckerVR S3 Pro, so I can plug in this battery and it will then charge that for you. It does mention in the frequently asked questions, and this is important, that sometimes this back USB-C port might not be fully working or be fully charging to its full capacity until these in the front, your main components, are fully charged. Then it will go ahead and put more power to that back USB-C charging port. So that is something to note, something interesting in their design for sure in that one. Price point, we are looking at $65. I was able to find their American price on this one, so $65. That is less than many of the competitors, like the MaeckerVR D3 charging dock, the Prism XR Carina D1 charging dock. So it, for everything that it does allow you to do, it is on the cheaper end of charging docks in terms of some of those other high competitors. So that's something also to take into consideration when you are looking to purchase it. It's worked well for me here. One thing I did notice here is that it is nice that this is magnetic, so you can just detach it and then it magnetically attaches there again. However, with certain interfaces, it's not going to work. I have been using the MaeckerVR FC4A facial interface, and because of these side knobs, it actually didn't fit down into this space. If I take this off here, you can see that those knobs are blocking that to sit down, and so it's not, the headset isn't able to reach the little charging port there. So not all interfaces are going to work on here. Now I have the globular cluster, which is a very nice facial interface. I really do like that one as well. But any facial interface that might have knobs on the side, you do need to be wary of those because those are going to stick out a little bit far. They do have this adjustable piece here in the middle for different facial interface nose pieces, but not obviously, as you can see, for the side pieces. So depending on what you're using, that is something to think about when you're purchasing it. Controller charging works really well. I could have the straps on there. There is a spot for the wrist strap to come up there, but you obviously aren't able to charge these with controller grip covers on them. You would have to take the grip covers off in order to then go ahead and charge those controllers. There's only a few that actually allow that to happen, so it's not surprising that this one doesn't. If you have any questions about this, make sure to let me know. For the price and for everything that it does do, it is a pretty solid charging dock. Thanks for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.